Welcome back, students. In the last lecture, we have discussed about the work done, the types of work, and how a constant force is doing the work. In today's lecture, I'm going to explain the work done by the variable force. The force is changing with respect to axis. So you can have the force work done by the variable force, work done by variable force. For this, what you will do, you will consider that the force displacement axis and the force is along x-axis. Here is the displacement and the force is acting here, the force displacement axis, and this is considered as the initial position. This point is considered as the final position of displacement, and F is the force which is varying along x-axis. You can write, suppose force is suppose force is variable and is the depends on the displacement as shown in figure, and xi and xf are the initial and final position of the particle. For this, the area under this curve, suppose this is A, B, this point is C and D. The area under AB is what? This is the area of rectangle ABCD. This is equal to length into breadth. Length is here, you can say, suppose you are splitting it into small strips of very small change. Suppose this is the small change dx or delta x for a very small force. Consider this line as a straight line, so you will have F into dx. The area of this ABCD will give you the work done. Hence, the small work done, you can say dW is equal to F into dx. This is the work done by the variable force. In terms of limits, you can write it as dW is equal to xi to the final value xf. This is f dx. Suppose you have to calculate the work. Calculate work for the force F is equal to 3i plus 2j plus k, having limits of displacement as xi is equal to 3 meter and xf is equal to 6 meter. Then you will calculate the work done. Work is equal to integration of f into dx. This is xi to xf. This is equal to 3i plus 2j plus k, or you can also write it as 3xi plus 2yj plus zk. The force is the function of x along the x-axis. It is varying, so consider the value f is equal to 3x square plus 6x minus 5. Put it here, 3x square plus 6x minus 5 into dx, and put the limits 3 to 6. What will be the integration of this? 3 into integration of x square dx plus 6 into integration of x dx minus 5 into integration of dx, and the limits for all is 3 to 6. Solve it now. This is 3 into, this will be x cube by 3, limit 3 to 6, plus 6 into x square by 2, limit 3 to 6, minus 5 into x, limit 3 to 6. Put the upper limit first, 3 take outside, upper limit 6 cube minus 3 cube, plus 6 into x, in place of x this is 6 square minus 3 square, minus 5 into 6 minus 3. After solving, what you will get, solve it and write the value dash joule. Note it. Next term is the energy. We say generally this person is very energetic, this is less energetic, but in terms of physics, the energy is related to the motion, and you can say the position of the object. The next term is energy. Energy is what? It is the ability of a body to do work. टू डू वर्क, आप इसको कैपेसिटी भी बोल सकते हो. टू डू वर्क, इट इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय, इट इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय कैपिटल E, and units of energy is same as that of work, and it is joule. It is joule. Some more units are there which we use in different purpose. One unit is joule, second unit is kilowatt hour, that is 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1 unit. Third is calorie, and fourth one is electron volt. This is E into capital V. We use this in this chapter, and the CGS unit is erg, like work. What are the examples of energy? Energy is of many kinds. The first is the kinetic energy, then potential energy, solar energy, chemical energy, then light energy, electric energy, heat energy, and you can say light, heat, electric, mechanical energy, and many more. In this chapter, we are going to study the kinetic energy. What do you mean by kinetic energy? Kinetic energy and potential energy, both we will study in this chapter. This energy is associated with, it is the energy possessed by the body due to its motion. Kinetic energy is represented by kinetic energy, and it is equal to the product of mass and square of velocity. Now we will derive the expression for kinetic energy. Till then, you note all the points. Derive an expression for kinetic energy of a body. energy of a body. You have two methods to derive it. One method you have adopted in class 9th and one you will study here. So first of all, consider an object, consider a body of mass m starts from rest, starts from rest and acquire velocity v, acquire velocity v after traveling a distance, traveling distance s. Suppose the body is at this point. Here m is the mass of the body. Initial velocity u is 0. After traveling a distance s, the object, this is s, this object is having velocity v. By the third equation of motion, by third equation of motion, what we have? We have v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Here v square minus 0 square is equal to 2as and a is v square by 2s. When you are displacing this body from here to here, some force is applied. The force is displacing the body through distance s. So through distance s, and hence some work has to be done. Some work has to be done. And what will be that work? This work will be force into displacement. What is the value of this force? This is m into a, or you can say s here, s. Put the value of a from here. This is v square by 2s into s. S will cancel out and you will have work done is equal to half m v square. This work done is equivalent to kinetic energy. This is the product of mass and square of velocity. This formula you have studied in class 9th. You can note down it. Expression for kinetic energy. Expression for kinetic energy by calculus method. Calculus method is the method of integration. Again, for this, suppose the body of mass m is at rest, u is 0. After applying some force in the direction, and in that direction the displacement is there and the body is displaced through a displacement s, here it acquires the velocity v. So you can write after applying the force, body is displaced by a very small distance, small displacement, and that is ds. Hence small work is done, and that small work done, that will be f into dx. If you calculate the work done for the complete journey, then you will have to integrate this f into ds from u equal to 0 to v. Here you have f is equal to ma, and a is what? A is equal to dv by dt. You can write it here as m into dv by dt. Put this value of force here. You will have 0 to v. This is m into dv by dt into ds. Combine these two parameters. You also know ds by dt is equal to V. So here from here you will have work done is equal to 0 to V m ds by dt is V m into dV. dV is the variable, so m will act as the constant. Take it outside. 0 to V into dV. This is equal to work done. Hence W is equal to m. Integration of V will be V square by 2 and 0 to V. Put the value work done is equal to m into V square by 2 minus 0 square by 2. This is half into m into V square. This work done is equivalent to the kinetic energy, and you can have the value mv square. This is the kinetic energy of any object by the calculus method. You can note it. Relation between kinetic energy and momentum. You have the relation kinetic energy is equal to half into m into v square, and you know p is equal to mass into velocity. P is the linear momentum here. For finding the relation, what we will do, if we multiply or divide by the same term, then this result will not be affected, and you have half into, rearrange this m here, this is m square v square, and this m in the denominator. Here is the kinetic energy, so you can write it as 1 by 2m mv whole square. Put the value of this p here, you will have p square by 2m. This is kinetic energy. This relation is very important relation. If p is constant, if P is constant, what conclusion you can draw? The kinetic energy is inversely proportional to mass, because you have taken P is constant, 2 is already constant, then kinetic energy is inversely proportional to mass. Larger the mass, less be the kinetic energy, but only in this case. If you are having kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, here p is not constant, then kinetic energy is directly proportional to m. Kab? If v is constant, here kinetic energy will increase if mass will increase. But this is another situation. When P is constant, then kinetic energy is inversely proportional to mass. If mass is more, kinetic energy will be less. And if you calculate P from here, P square is equal to 2m, let denote it by E. So P is equal to 2m E under the root. This is the momentum and energy relation. From here, if energy is constant, then momentum is directly proportional to root of mass. So you can interrelate these terms and find the values. From here you can find the relation, note this relation.